Great to be here. So my name's Aaron Kleinerman. I've been working in this field of human behavior, helping people in the forms of relationships, attracting healthy relationships with themselves, with others for the last 15 years. A lot, especially with men, probably 70, 80% of the clients I work with around the world are male bodies. I run retreats and groups. Last year I was teaching in over 15 countries. This year, about the same. So really teaching all over the world, supporting humans to come back into their heart and really be able to attract the relationship they want in their life.
I'm getting all ecstatic about this. It's brilliant, because I feel that like all the men in the world should be hearing this, but also women should be hearing this, because otherwise, they're settling for less, but when they know there are men who are really like coming up in such power as you've been describing them, then we'd be raising the bar for the society. So, the stepping into the bedroom kind of is again very frightening for a lot of men, and there are a lot of myths and misconceptions about female sexuality. So what would be like really important for men to understand when it comes to women's sexuality, to understand so that they can, hold that space, honor it, and show up in the bedroom the way that you already described?
Well, I would say there's a few pieces. One, just understanding the ergonomics of a woman's body. Her yoni wants to be touched last. Her yoni is another word for pussy. Her pussy wants to be touched last. She doesn't. Man's body, we think that we want to touch a woman the same way a man's body is touched. Men love when their cock is touched right away. Not all men, but in general, it's like, oh, you're seeing, you're honoring, you're coming right to my point of power, my cock. And so what most men do is they go right to the woman's pussy. And a woman's pussy is like, I'm not even warmed up yet. What are you doing? And unfortunately, a lot of women, if you're a woman listening to this and you've subjected yourself to being turned on like that, then stop. Create healthy boundaries. Say, do not touch my pussy first. You need to warm up my whole body. That doesn't mean that, quickies and things like that can't happen. Of course, that life is fun and spontaneous. But in general, I'd say 80 to 90% of the time, spend time to warm up her whole body. And also, don't go directly to her nipples. Her nipples are sensitive. Her clit is sensitive. When you go directly to both of those places, then a woman her body literally goes, it closes up, it tenses, because it's like, oh, I don't know if it's okay to open. I don't know if it's okay to expand here. So you want to feel like you can create a space that just lets this flower petal gently open herself. And as she's opening herself, she's loved and appreciated. Like words of adornment when you're making love to a woman are incredible. Like, learn her love language, learn the things that turn her on, maybe buying gifts, or maybe saying, words or touch. Those three are generally kind of most women's like different love languages. And also understand that the foreplay starts well before your bodies meet in the bedroom. The foreplay starts in conversations that are happening, beforehand. The foreplay starts when you send a message at midday saying, hey, thinking of you. The foreplay starts when you send flowers to her office and you say, hey, I can't wait to give you a kiss later. The foreplay starts when you send her a sexy message. But the foreplay doesn't really start if you send her a dick pic. Like that, most women aren't necessarily into that. Maybe after a little while, but if you lead in with that, that's generally a little bit too much. But you'd be surprised. A lot of guys don't understand that. They're like, oh, I send dick pic. This is what turns women on, because this is what I saw in porn. So another really key piece to understand is that her emotions are sexy. There's been many times when making love, with my beloved, with a lover, when tears come up. And if it's the first time that I'm with that woman and I can notice her, maybe her initial thing is to start to contract. And I say, no, 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 no. Your tears are welcome here. Like all of you is welcome. All your tears, all your anger, whatever's there. And when a woman can feel that, it's like, it might take a few times of saying this. And I've had this happen with a few different lovers. It's like, because they're so used to contracting when emotions or tears come up that they're used to doing that. So it's opening and allowing the tears to be there and celebrating them and just saying, hey, like, of course, I'm here. Like all of you is welcome here. And that also means that anger might come up. Now, if anger is being addressed at you during lovemaking, then maybe that's not the best thing. But if her ferocious, wild animal can be accepted and loved and appreciated the same way as her tender, young little girl inside, then that's sexy and she feels that. And so the two pieces of that are kind of connected is being able to last for longer than 10 minutes and know that she actually, when a woman feels that she's the one that can bring the lovemaking to completion, and there isn't a timeline based upon when he's going to ejaculate, then it's like, oh, wow, I can just slowly open and I'm not going to be judged for being too slow. I'm not going to be judged for, not, getting him aroused. And so the gift is a timeline of expansion. The gift is a timeline that doesn't put a hard stop to lovemaking, which means that lovemaking can happen in the bedroom for, 20 minutes, for 2 hours. And you're just there as a man, like continuing to make love and continuing to be there. Like the times in my life, which have been many, when there's been lovemaking for several hours, the end of that, there's usually a flooding and a flushing of emotions and a movement and deep healing that happens through that. And I'm not saying every time needs to be 2 to 3 hours, but if you're able to hold a container for a woman in that way that lets that be a possibility, her body feels that, and she's very thankful and grateful.
So if you are ready for that incredible, inspired relationship with a partner who is attractive, authentic, available, a partner who will support you, who will understand you, and who will also make your life easier, a partner that you can co-create with, if you're ready and you are a successful, kind person, I have something incredible for you. I'm inviting you to book a 15-minute free conversation with me and my team to find out how exactly you too can find the love of your life within the next 90 days. Click on the link below and book the conversation with us. My name is Luba Evans and I'm responsible for more than 3,000 evolved, inspired partnerships. If you are ready to bring in that incredible, extraordinary love into your life, so click on the button below and set a chat with us. It's just a 15-minute chat to see if we can really help you achieve your dreams. I'm sending you so much love. This was Luba Evans, lubaevans.com.